Alright, so this is more of a contextual video just to show you guys, like, hey, what the fuck, what business does this guy have talking about shit? What does this guy know about fucking anything? So, in this video, I'm going to go over the 8 cars that I've owned over the last, I don't know, probably, well, almost 3 years at this point, but there's been a lot, and I'm gonna fucking stop my yapping. Alright, look, so I know everybody says this about their first car, but I truly mean this. I truly mean this deep down from the bottom of my heart. This is my 2004 Accord. That was my first car. I think I paid $3,100 for this car. And, oh my god, I bought it with 270,000 miles, and this is when I was, still going to trade school to learn how to work on these damn things. And it taught me so much about just working on cars in general, how things actually are in the real world when they do break. And because of that, I will forever be grateful to the 7th generation of Accord, which I still boast is one of the best cars ever made. I just need to put that out there. Like, I think when I got rid of it, I think it was close to 300,000. I think it was close to 300,000, but this car, oh my god, this car saw so much. And it saw me just being a complete jackass, and it saw me mature as a driver, which is very, 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 very important. Now, some of the major issues I had with this car, and really, honestly, it wasn't anything crazy that affected the drivability, but there was one big thing. There was one big thing that happened. It was because of the previous owner's negligence. This was not on me. As much as it would be funny to say it was not. So, one of the lines that went to the power steering pump was leaking real bad. And I didn't know this. I had no idea. And it was leaking into the alternator for God knows how long. So I know I had to top up the fluid every now and then, but I didn't know where it was leaking from. Because I also didn't think to check because I was like fucking 17. I don't know. And I didn't think to look, and it dripped into the fucking alternator, and my shit wouldn't start. I got a battery light like a week before that, and I was like, oh, your battery light, that must mean battery. No, that's not what that means, man. If you don't know, if you get a battery light, it just means the battery's not being charged, which means your alternator is about to fucking explode. Most times. But I drove that car on a misfire for so long before I actually finally fixed it, and I would always just go to the junkyard and just rip coils off fucking other Accords and just throw them on there. And then, oh no, if it started misfiring again, guess I'll just go to the junkyard and toss a coil pack in my fucking toolbox and just walk out. Like, it was fine. It wasn't a big deal. And I always changed them in the parking lot, and it was always fine. Another thing that happened with that car was the VTC solenoids kept just fucking popping and popping and popping and popping. And I honestly, I don't have the car anymore, so I'm not going to sit here and diagnose it, but I would always just get new ones from the junkyard, because I think I had to replace 3 of them, and I would always just go back and just get another one when one broke, and it wasn't a problem, because like it worked for a solid couple months until I had to get a new one, because that was a common failure point on that motor. But it was so easy to work on. I loved that car so much. Despite its fucking unique looks, I still loved it. I still thought it was great. I still drove it every day. People always told me it was a piece of shit and to get rid of it, but I loved it. And that's what mattered, because it still worked. It got me where I needed to go. It only left me stranded one time. That's it. And that was during the whole alternator thing, but that's not fucking who cares. Eventually, I traded that car for a 98 Integra sedan automatic. Very sinful, I know. So, I got this car with a bad water pump, and I thought, oh, I'll just fix the fucking water pump. How hard can it be with my very little experience working on anything? What a mistake that was, because little did I know that the B18's fucking water pump is a timing-based water pump. So that would mean, and if you're familiar with B series, D series, K series, any real like Honda motor, if you have got like deep experience, you know that crank bolt, oh my fucking god, on the crank pulley, oh you know some real shit's about to happen. And I did not have the money or the time to deal with it, because I went through so much fucking penetrating oil just to try and get that thing fucking working. I went through so much just for no result, and I was so pissed off by the end. I was like, I can't do this shit. Like, even my shitty little Harbor Freight impact driver, it didn't cut it, and usually it does cut it, but it didn't this time. Although, like, I can't say I'm surprised, because that thing, like, it's not the most torquey in the world. It was fucking $70. I should really buy a new Impact. I have the money for it. I could do it. But because I didn't change the water pump and I just kept fucking laying on the gas to get the temperature back down, the block cracked. And I found this out after changing the head gasket. That probably took 3 or 4 days. Because, I was doing it on the street. Was I 18? No, I think I was still 17 when I was doing that. But, no, I was 18. But I changed it on the fucking side of the road. I was like, you know what? If it's the head gasket, great. It's probably not. But if it is, great. I guess I'll drive it again. And I didn't. And I ended up selling it for $800. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, this next one's fun. So, I saved up money for a solid, maybe 4 months. And I bought a Mazda Speed 3. It was a 2008 Mazda Speed 3. And I made a whole ass video about it on another channel, which is, doing much better than this one. But I don't like that channel because everyone just wants me to fucking make compilations and bullshit. But anyways, that's not important. So I bought this car for, again, $3,100. I thought, okay, yeah, I'm getting a deal. It's a Mazda Speed. It's got a misfire, I can fix a fucking misfire, and I did fix a misfire. But there were other problems. And something I failed to realize when I made that first video on the Mazda Speed was that it's not the car's fault that it kept fucking popping shit. It was the previous owner's fault, and I'll tell you why. This car was already fairly, ran through, and I think it had a fuel pump, upgraded intercooler, a bunch of other bullshit. And I think it was tuned also. And that's the problem. It was a fucking freak tune. And they were running 24 pounds of boost through that fucking thing. I really don't know how the stock turbo didn't fucking grenade itself. But yeah, they were running 24 pounds of boost through that shit. And that's not normal. I think stock for those is anywhere from 15 to 17. I could be wrong. But that K04 is... just because it can push the boost out doesn't mean it should. Here we fucking go. This is everything that broke. So, the water pump broke. The AC compressor grenaded itself. Well, what the fuck? The belt exploded from saturation from the power steering pressure line and fucking grenaded a bunch of other shit. And just, coil pack spark plugs went out, whatever. But, the most important of which being the water pump, which I am convinced if we were not running so much boost through that fucking car, that it would have been fine. It would have been no problem. But honestly, I would so buy another Mazda Speed any fucking day. Dude, if I had a chance, I so would. Because that car is so much fun. It's so much, stupid power. Because, from the factory, it's, 270 horsepower. And that's a lot in a front-wheel drive car that's light. I think mine was making close to 310 horsepower and then 380 foot-pounds of torque. I know, Jesus fucking Christ. Dude, the torque steer on that thing was fucked. I know that, from factory, they already have a crazy amount of torque steer, but holy shit, dude. Running almost 400 foot-pounds of torque through a fucking front-wheel drive, a fucking Mazda 3, that's crazy. That's insane. But yeah, that thing also just drank fucking gas. But yeah, it was fun. I love that car. I shit-talked it so much in that one video at the time, but I actually really genuinely love that fucking car. I think it's great. I ended up selling that to a tech after my fucking alternator went out. I think I sold it to him for $5,500-ish, I think, something like that. And then I bought a 2012 Accord LXS. I think that's what it was called. I don't know. But it was the coupe with the 5-speed manual. So it was the 4-cylinder. Because I'm like, I want a reliable car, guys. I want a reliable car. I'm done with the fun car for now. I'll fucking get one later. And the big mistake, because I ended up selling that car after 2 or 3 months. But that thing, I drove a 200-mile road trip there and back, and I still had a half tank of gas left. I'm like, holy fucking shit. That thing was so unbelievably fuel efficient, but oh my god, was it slow. It was one of those manual transmissions that was geared for fuel economy. And this doesn't even feel like a car I owned. It really doesn't. Because I had it for such a short period amount of time, and I just genuinely didn't really give a shit about it. It feels weird. I don't get it. It feels like I never even owned this car, and I'm just saying I owned it. I think it had 120,000 miles on it-ish. So I'm like, whatever. It's going to get another 200,000 without a problem. And I got a new job around that time. Before I continue, I just want to say there's not really much to talk about this car. It's not interesting. Nothing crazy happened, so I don't care. I sold it for $8,000. But as I was saying, I got a new job around this time. I was making way more money. I still work here, but I was making way more fucking money. And I said, you know what? I want something cool. I want something sick. So the German car enthusiast in me said, you know what you want to do? You know what you fucking want to do? You want to fucking join Team Blue, Black, and fucking White, motherfucker. And that is exactly what the fuck I did. I bought a 2019 440i. When I bought it, it had 65,000 miles. I think it was 30 out the door. And oh my god, this car, I love it. I think that the F chassis in general is like the best all-arounder BMWs, but oh my god, the F chassis 440i is probably the best daily you can ask for. That or like a 340i, anything like that. It's because they're so cheap for so much car. You get a lot of fucking car. Like 320 horsepower, 330 foot-pounds of torque out of the B58, and you also get 35 miles per gallon doing that. Like, sign me the fuck up, man. I did so many oil changes, so many oil changes. I just threw liquid moly in that shit because I'm like, I want to take care of this car. I really do. And I would do the oil changes, I think, it was slightly below every 5,000, so maybe 4,500 miles. But yeah, this car, it was quick, it was fun, like, it sounded good, the sound system was great, it was comfortable, the ride was nice. Like, now you can find them for like 20 to 25K with like lowish miles. And I think the F chassis 40i's, like, they're such great cars. They're fucking stupid reliable. I put 20,000 miles on that car in 10 months. No, 9 months. Like, holy shit. And it never gave me a single problem once. Ever. And if that goes to show the B58's reliability, like, holy fucking shit. It's a BMW, it's gonna break, it's a BMW, it's gonna break. Dude, I have first fucking hand experience that it will not break. I know this for a fact. I am purely talking about B-Series engines right now. Not I can't say the same about any of the N-Series engines. Like, I don't fucking know. Am I going to look you dead in the eyes and tell you to get an N55 because it's reliable? Absolutely fucking not. It's a lot better than the atomic mess of shit that was the N54, but we all know that. We all know how dog shit the N54 was. But I loved this car so much. I loved it so much. Despite, like, at the time wanting to sell it and get something different, I think I just didn't, appreciate what I had. And then terror struck one day when I crashed the fuck out of it and totaled the shit out of it. It was an environmental thing. It was this fucking big-ass puddle that had accumulated on the highway. There was nothing I could fucking do about it. Shit was like a foot deep. It was fucked. But, yeah, that's what happened there. And in the meantime, I'm like, hey, I'm going to buy a piece of shit off Marketplace and drive that around. And how well did that go? You're about to fucking hear about it. I bought I think it was a 2002 Grand Prix. And it was a GT, so it was no GTP, no fun shit, no supercharger, no nothing. Just raw American 3800 fuck. Now, I paid $1,800 for this car, and honestly, like, I got $1,800 worth of car. There was a bunch of shit wrong with it that the guy didn't tell me about. Like, luckily, I fixed it since it wasn't really a big deal. So it started overheating, and I'm like, okay, clearly there's something wrong here. And then I figured out that one of the hose, it was the upper radiator hose, was leaking real bad. And I'm like, okay, well, the cooling system is probably just, losing pressure. And so I replaced the hose, and I'm like, okay, that's not a big deal. And then it was still overheating, and I was like, well, fuck. So in my stupidity, I forgot to flush the system because the system was open. So it kept overheating, and I was like, oh shit. And in that moment, I realized that there was a line. It was the coolant overflow line from the reservoir that went to the radiator. That was leaking real bad, so I just cut it. There was a lot of slack on it, so I could just cut it and reattach it with the hose clamp, and that wasn't a big deal. And then after I fixed that, the fucking radiator got really hot because it was still overheating. And then the part that hose clamp I just replaced went to on the radiator fucking melted off inside the hose. And I was like, oh shit, that's probably not good. So I replaced the entire radiator, and then that was fucked. And then after that, I properly bled and fucking resealed the system, and it was no big deal. I thought I used so much fucking coolant, dude. It was not even funny. I still have like a fucking full gallon of it. And then there was also a cylinder number 6 misfire, and if you know anything about the 3800, you know that it is a pushrod V6 that is in a lot of front-wheel drive cars. And the pushrod and front-wheel drive do not go well together. And as a preventative thing, I wanted to do the ignition wires. So I did 4 out of 6 ignition wires because, like, the other 2, it was fucking impossible to get to those goddamn things, dude. Like, it was hard as fuck. And the misfire ended up going away after I changed the ignition coil, and it ran so much better. But I still had the spark plug, and I was like, oh shit, I should probably put that in. And I tried to get that cylinder number 6 spark plug, because you can't see it, and you need a very specific length of ratchet to get it with your spark plug socket. And it was fucked. Let me just say, it was fucked. And then I traded that car for a 94 325 IS. Is an E36, and this car, I still have this car. It has so many fucking problems. And I fixed a couple of them. Like, it runs fine. The cooling system was just redone by the previous owner. It runs perfectly good. It's just the AC compressors, or the AC condenser's broken, as well as the tonneau cover being broken, so I can't replace the soft top because the window's fucked and there's a bunch of rips in it. And there's a fuel pressure issue, which kind of fucks up starting. It's happened less since I replaced the spark plugs, but it's still there. And the fuel pressure regulator needs to be replaced. So I have a spare fuel pressure regulator, but I can't get to it because there's a bolt on the fuel rail that's just straight up rounded. And I'm like, well, fuck me, I guess. I will say, though, the paint is in immaculate condition. And the door cards were fucked, to say the least. And I just ripped them off. I'm like, I'd rather run no door cards than this shit. But it's a nice car. Like, it drives great. It runs beautifully. Despite, having slightly lower fuel pressure than I'd like, it does run pretty damn good. Which leads me to my current daily driver. So I have the E36 and this car at the same time. I got my check from insurance, and I decided to buy myself a nice 2015 F82 M4. And I got this car probably 3 or 4 weeks ago. It's amazing, dude. I love my M4. It's great. It's fast as shit. It's a really, really good daily. I'd say the 440 was definitely more dailyable because it was more manageable power-wise. Because with the dual clutch, if you're in like Sport or Sport Plus, you kind of have to punch it, or else it's gonna be a little jerky. So in efficient mode, you gotta kind of be aware of that because it's still jerky, but there are ways around it. But I don't mind it because it's a nice daily. It's great. And plus, I got a really fucking good deal on it. So I was like, I wasn't gonna say no. It's got I bought it with 46,000 miles. I just rolled over 48,000, and it's oh my god, it was such a fucking steal. I love that car. It's great. I think it's great. I love walking up to it every day being like, yeah, I'm going to drive this. This is my fucking car. Because ultimately, that's what you want in a car. It's also because I believe that the F-Chassis 4 Series is, like, one of the perfect cars as far as I'm concerned. Like, I've had an M4 and a fucking 440i. I think I'm in my right to say that. But that's for another video. I'll make another video on that because I believe that thoroughly. And I want the world to know why I think that these are perfect cars. Look out for that video, but yeah, that's it for all the cars I've had, all 8 of them. If you enjoyed the video, fucking YouTuber, fucking like, subscribe, I guess. I don't know, I don't care. But yeah, that's it. That's the end. See ya.